In this video, we're going to do an EFT tapping practice together to help to reduce the feelings of anxiety and help you to feel more calm. Now, if you experience anxiety yourself, then you know very well that it is something that really impacts your sensations in the body. It's a physical experience just as much as it is a mental experience in terms of what happens in the mind. And so what I love about EFT is it addresses both of these things very, very well. Now, EFT is a bit weird if you've never done it before, because what you're doing is you're tapping these points on the body. Now, these points on the body relate to the end meridian points, the channels of energy in the body, and it is based on the Chinese system, very similar to acupuncture. There's a lot of research out there, and I don't want to go into any of that now. I don't want to go into the basics of that. You can kind of look it up later, and I will be making more videos on that later. But it's amazing how quickly it can reduce the intensity of anxiety particularly, but also trauma and other experiences as well. And it's also shown to reduce the cortisol levels in the body, which means it really helps us to feel calm. So if you've never done this before, please bear with me, just give it a go, see how you feel. Make sure you go right the way to the end and see how you feel at the end of the practice. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? So let's give it a go. Now, the first thing I'd like you to do is to bring to your mind something that you are feeling anxious about at the moment. So just becoming quite clear on what it is that you're going to be working on during this practice. Bring it to mind. Kind of remind yourself of the sorts of thoughts that you have about it. Maybe the way that you ruminate, the catastrophizing thoughts, just the places that you go to. Or what you're really worried about. Maybe it doesn't feel like catastrophizing. Maybe it just feels like really intense worry. And then start to get a sense as you bring it to your mind of how it feels in your body. So where is it showing up in your body right now? Maybe in your stomach, maybe in your chest, maybe in your arms or legs. But just get really clear as to where that is in your body. And then I'd like you to rate it on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the most anxious and most intense, and 0 being totally calm. So just give yourself a number. And then we'll begin tapping. So take your dominant hand and start tapping on the side of the other hand, and we call this the karate chop point. Now, as we tap through these points in the body, I'm going to be repeating some phrases, some statements, and I'd like you to repeat them after me. Now, if anything I say really doesn't resonate, just change it. Change it to whatever feels more accurate for you. It's totally fine. So we'll begin by taking a deep breath. And out. And then repeating after me. Even though I feel really anxious and worried right now, I choose to accept that this is how I feel. Even though I've got all this anxiety in my body, and in particular in my, and then fill in the blank, I choose to feel calm and safe. And even though I've got all this tension, anxiety and worry in my mind and in my body, this is how I feel, and I choose to honour and accept that. And then we move to the eyebrow point, so you're just tapping along the eyebrows. And then repeating after me. This tension and anxiety in my body. Moving to the side of the eye. Feeling so worried and scared. Under the eye. All of this fear and worry in my body. I just don't know what to do. Under the nose. I feel so scared and anxious right now. And on the chin, on the crevice of the chin, I don't feel safe and I don't know what to do. I feel helpless. On the collarbone, all of this anxiety and tension in my body. All of these thoughts racing through my mind, catastrophizing into the future and thinking about the worst case scenario. Side of the eye, I just can't help it. I'm so scared and worried. My mind is trying to protect me by thinking this way, but it's just making me feel worse. Feeling so anxious and scared in my body, whilst my mind is trying to protect me. All of this anxiety and tension in my body. Just can't take a full deep breath. And now we're just going to tap through these points whilst you focus on the issue, the situation that you brought to mind at the start. So just keeping that situation in the mind, whatever's there for you. Just allowing yourself to really be with how you feel, instead of what we usually do, which is push it away. So just holding that in your mind, just reminding yourself of where it is in your body. Just holding that situation as we tap through. And then repeating after me. I'm ready to release and let go of this anxiety. Side of the eye. I give my body permission to relax and feel safe. Under the eye. I choose to focus on what I can control. Under the nose. And let go of what I cannot control. On the chin, choosing to relax and feel safe now. On the collarbone, giving my body permission to take a deep breath. Under the arm, I allow my body to feel calm and relaxed. Top of the head, I choose to focus on what I can control. Eyebrow, and let go of what I cannot. Side of the eye. I forgive myself for having these anxious thoughts. Under the eye. I forgive myself for having this anxiety. Under the nose. I choose to connect with my trust and faith in myself and the bigger picture. Under the chin, choosing to feel safe now. And on the collarbone, choosing to relax and feel safe now. Under the arm, allowing myself to take a deep breath now. And the top of the head, choosing to notice that I am safe. And then just resting your hands down, maybe just closing your eyes. And you might notice some buzzing and tingling just as that energy is moving around. So just notice now how you feel when you tune into that same anxious situation that you had at the start. And score yourself on that scale of 0 to 10 and see where you are now. Now, usually when we do a practice like this, we'll notice that our number goes down the scale closer towards the 0. We never really get to a 0. We might get to a 2, but you might be just 1 or 2 or more numbers closer towards the 0. Now, if you're still above a 7, then I'd like to invite you to come back to the beginning of this video and have another go at doing a few more rounds and seeing where that gets you. I'd love to know how you got on, how you found this practice, particularly if it was your first time. So please leave me a comment, let me know if you've got any questions, and if you found this video helpful, please like and share it, and you can subscribe to my Facebook or YouTube channel, where I will be releasing a lot more content like this, a lot more meditations and practices, tools and techniques to help you with your mental health from a very holistic and whole perspective. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and yeah, really hope that this has been helpful. Thank you. Bye.